Hi guys, this is Nance from Quest for a Farm. For those of you who don't know, we moved out of the city. We're in I don't know, I guess you could call it a halfway house. So we're in a small ruralish town, and we desperately want to buy a small plot or a small farm in order to start homesteading properly. So at the moment we are keeping chickens and a lonesome single duck and planting our veggies, and things are going quite nicely. But I went to the chicken coop this morning and look what I found. Isn't it cute? It's from the duck. So to give you an idea, this is an average sized duck egg. This is the size of chicken egg our chickens normally lay. This is the size egg that our new chickens lay that are kind of coming into their first season. And this is my little eggie from this morning. Okay, so what on earth happened here? How do you go from, oh, here we go. Oh, I have an egg fairy. How do you go from this to this? Okay, so a little bit of background. This is what we call this teeny tiny egg is what we call a fairy egg. I call it a fairy egg, okay? And half of the populace calls it a fairy egg. But they are also known as a dwarf egg, a no yolker, a wind egg. My kid's personal favorite is a fart egg, and they're also known as a cock egg. Because back in the day, stop laughing, cameraman is laughing. Um, Back in the day when people first started noticing these itty bitty little eggs, they actually thought and saw that they don't generally have yolks in them. They thought that roosters laid them. Hence, a cock egg, a cockerel egg. It's not rude. So, why? Why would a duck who's into, I think, her third laying season suddenly spit out one of these babies? Um, your most common, it's not the first time she's ever laid a fairy egg. Your most common reason is, we find for us, is extremes of temperature. So it has been hotter than Mordor for the last 2 weeks, I think. There's been absolutely no break from the heat. It has been relentless. And as we take strain, so do our animals. So I'm guessing that's why Miss Laurel laid her tiny egg. Other reasons could be a sort of, I don't know, you can call it an injury, a small little piece of the reproductive tract could kind of come loose, and the egg doesn't, or the chicken's body doesn't know the difference between a piece of biological material and an ovum. So it just forms this little tiny eggshell around it. Um, Another reason is it could be a young egg. I mean, you saw the difference between the two chicken eggs. It can be a young egg at the beginning of her laying season, um, who sort of, they call it false start eggs. Sort of, she kind of has a couple of misses before she starts laying proper eggs. And it could also be a older hen who's kind of coming to the end of her laying cycle, that the body's not so capable of producing proper fully formed eggs anymore. Last reason could be that this egg was formed just as my duck is about to start molting. So there you have it. You'll find the differences between them is, if you compare it to the original duck egg, if you kind of compare the shape, these tend to be a little bit fatter. They don't have a yolk inside of them, and obviously they're tiny. I've got a little green thing so that we can all see the difference. Let's crack her open and see what lies beneath. Okay, so that's quite a hard shell, damn. Absolutely nothing. No yolk. Looks like a normal duck egg. Oh, squishy. Um, looks like a normal duck egg. Obviously minus the yolk. There's the empty shell. That's it. Non-fertilized fairy egg.